What's good, family? Grind time back at it again. It's been a while. I had made a few videos, but then I didn't get around to posting them. Been super busy, and I'm gonna be busy for the next month. But had to tap in on this one. So I actually think I made a video about this. I'm glad I didn't post it because I had some new development. So I had to tap in on this whole beef between T.I. and 50 Cent. So the story goes that T.I. and 50 Cent agreed to make a whole public manufactured beef to hype up doing a versus battle. And then when T.I. apparently made the first move or talking about it, 50 Cent pretended like the conversation never happened, then tried to pretend like he was offended, and then started saying a bunch of stuff crazy in online and social media, blah blah blah, whatever. So then T.I. apparently gets offended, says 50 Cent is fake, and he don't even want to have nothing to do with it now because he sees it as they had a conversation man to man, and then 50 pretended like he didn't know what was going on. So then 50 does what he does and says some trolling comments online, and he messes around to posting a picture of T.I.'s lady, Tiny. And at this point, T.I.'s son involves himself. And this is where I disagree with most of the people talking about it, because everybody says, a lot of people said that T.I.'s son should have stayed out of it, and he's going to end up getting himself embarrassed because of how petty 50 Cent is, and they trying to throw all these cautionary tales at T.I.'s son and all this stuff. And my angle was, T.I.'s son is an adult, 21, maybe he's a young adult, but he is an adult, he is a man, and he saw his mom insulted, and so he responded to the man that insulted his mom by insulting that man's mom. Everybody's position was, or is, that 50's mom is dead, so she's off limits. But again, T.I.'s son's name is King. King's mom didn't have anything to do with it. 50's mom didn't have anything to do with it. 50 insulted King's mom. King insulted 50's mom. In my opinion, those are two men that's even. Anyway, 50 comes back, makes a meme of a frog at King, mocking how he looks. Then he takes the scene from the movie Atlanta or ATL, I forget, whatever, that T.I. was in, puts himself in as Big Boy through AI, saying it's a grown man's game. It's the part where, if you've never seen the movie, Big Boy's character is the drug dealer. He's got T.I.'s younger brother in the movie as a corner boy for him. He gets robbed. Big Boy's character tells him he got to go out and get the money back because he playing a grown man's game and he shouldn't have been out there. If he was going, he told him ahead of time, if you're gonna do this, you got to do it all the way. Blah blah blah. So he pulls a gun and is gonna shoot T.I.'s younger brother. T.I.'s has to go save him. Go watch the movie. Whatever. Anyway, King goes up and then runs a rap sheet on, I think, Twitter or whatever, about all the accusations against 50 about him hitting women and him doing this and him doing that and him being on the stand and him doing that, because at one point 50 brought up T.I. going on the stand when T.I.'s apparently a known federal informant. I don't know. Anyway, that whole thing happens. Meanwhile, T.I. hasn't said much because apparently he decided to handle it the rapper way and go and get in the booth. And I'm only talking about all this because I just seen a short of the little snippet that T.I. put together, and whoo, for you youngins that don't know, T.I. was a monster back in the day. He was no slouch when it came to lyrics, and that was the reason why he wanted the verses in the first place, because he felt that 50 was on a caliber of him, and he wanted to, just out of mutual respect, put their catalog against each other. But T.I.'s catalog is massive. just to give you context, a lot of people went nuts when Eminem recently released one of his albums where he was going back and forth with himself as the old and the new. T.I. did that about a decade ago. It was Tip versus it was Tip versus T.I. or something like that, because he was using his old nickname, which I believe was his street nickname, versus his rap nickname, and they were slightly different. So he's done it before, and did it very well. But in this video, he's sitting at the table having dinner with his girl, Tiny, his mom, and his son. Again, for those who don't know, 50's mom is dead. He don't get along with none of his baby mamas, and his oldest son hates him. So not only was the beat fire, lyrics fire, but the imagery on top of it. Here's the thing. I like 50. I do. But people are scared of him because he's long game petty. But lyrically, T.I. can hold up. Cause T.I. was like that. I'm from that generation. I'm born in the 80s. I was in around the 90s. I had, you know what I'm saying, like I listened to people, and I had all the T.I. stuff in my CD player in my car, because you know back then we had CD players. I didn't have all the 50 stuff. 50 made club bangers, and they was good. They were great. No arguing that. I still can rock them when I DJ a party. I don't bump T.I. when I DJ a party. However, if you ride in the car and you just want to bump some rap stuff, T.I. wins that battle. Easy. So, I don't know. Looking forward to seeing how it's going to go. But, yeah, with this last thing I just saw, T.I.'s camp is short game. They doing him dirty. You know, 50 would carry a beef out for a decade. But right now, I feel like T.I.'s camp is winning.